Hey everybody, I am going to be putting together another Ali Edwards memory planner page. I will be using mainly List. I think that's the only kit I used is List. I know this little brush is from Seasons and Just Awesome, I think, is from a Stories by the Month kit. So just like last time, I wanted to tell you a little bit of the digital things that I did to make it my own. So this one was recolored, simply just recolored and scooted over so it's not centered. And then, let's see, this one, I copy and pasted these boxes to make them a little bit bigger. This I just cut to put there, and then I used a stamp to put above there. This one is also a stamp. I just made a block, and then I just stamped the January stories right there. And then let me move this stuff over. January looks like that. I just did it in white, and then I turned down the opacity. This one turned out okay. I changed the color of something, and then I just put a little strip right there so that way I could talk about my son's building. It came out a little crooked, but I have these word strips that I may just put over it. I mean, I have dozens of word strips, so I could just put that over that. I also took a half circle. I don't remember from what, but I took a half circle and I made a border to include all the colors as well. I also have pulled out some Colorcast Designs pieces and also a new pack of phrases that I got. And then, like last time, I have a few pieces that I can cut out and make into my own chipboard as well. So I'm excited to bring this together, and I hope you will stick around and watch it. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. All right, here I go. Since this obviously started as a digital creation, I kind of already know where everything is going to go. So I am just going to place the printed things that I have. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last video, but I wanted to mention it here, that for me, that this project isn't strictly digital. So I like to bring it to life by printing the cards, printing some embellishments, adding some real embellishments like these wood veneer pieces. And so that's why I print out things, in case for some people it might seem like printing double. And at some point I may go back and print the photos. I think I've said that. It's just a matter of taking the time to get them printed through Persnickety. But for now, I'm just going to print the cards. I also printed out some circles from the List kit, and I believe the Stories by the Month January kit, and then just recolored them to match the color of the List kit using different shapes in Photoshop Element. And once again, I'm just going to be adhering down my journaling cards, and then I will start working on making those circles into my own chipboard. And that orange card that I did, I kind of turned down the opacity so it wasn't such a bright orange, and it actually has the most funniest quote from my daughter that she said recently. She was asking me, Mom, do bugs sneeze and do bugs fart? So I am glad I captured that quote, and it had to have its own little spot. So I thought that was hilarious. I need to do that more often, adding some quotes. So I just pulled out a little acrylic tray of Colorcast pieces, and I was kind of digging through to see if there's any that I could use, and I found a couple. I also had to reprint a few cards, so that's what I'm cutting out right now. Sometimes it's hard to get the journaling to fit into those journaling cards. I tend to write a lot for some reason, and it's hard to know sometimes what font size I should have. Usually I generally go with 9 or 8.5, but like on that card up by the 16th, I had to enlarge the boxes. Yeah, the card that I'm putting down now, the boxes were too small. The light orange colored boxes, I just took those, copy and pasted to make them larger because I had so much to say. And I just basically did highlights of the week right there. So now I am working on the chipboard, and I completely cut most of my cutting process out of this video because I didn't figure you needed to see that. So I'm just going to cut all of these, and then I am going to place them around my spread. But since I had the Colorcast Designs pieces, I do not have to use as many as I thought I was going to use because I have those circles that I'm going to use kind of as my main 3 points. And then I also have a phrase for my daughter and her friend that says best friends. I thought I was going to use a word strip from the list kit, but instead I will use Best Friends. I also pulled out Perfect Weather for the one by my daughter with the umbrella, and then a little story up by the 17th where my daughter is twin day with her friend. And I also have binge watching, which I was super excited to use that piece because I've been hoarding that piece. Now I'm going to work on just adhering these pieces down. Once again, because of my arthritis, it's a little bit hard to peel the strips on the wood veneer, but I get it done. So it's just my fingers don't work it like they should. So I am also found some little puffy stickers from a sheet from a long time ago, some hearts and some stars. I'm going to add that in. And right here, this little cluster, I was having such a hard time with that little cluster because I thought I could include the circle and then the chipboard Get It Done that I made plus a heart. So several different shapes, but I just could not get it to work. So I just, in the end, take out the Get It Done, and I'm going to do a circle, a puffy heart, and then I'm going to pull out some of the black word strips and just go with that. I felt like it was just too much, too many different shapes and too much stuff going on if I tried to put in the Get It Done, and it just wasn't going to work. Just wasn't. So I just let it go and keep it a little bit simpler. And now I'm going to put the little a little story right there because my daughter was so excited to dress up with her friend for Twin Day. And then I have Happy Heart for this one of my husband and son and daughter cuddling. And then I'll add a little black word strip. I think I wound up using the same word strips from the previous week, but that's okay. They just work so well, and it's just, I love those phrases. I should have bought two. So now I'm trying to decide if I want the list square up at the top or the bottom, and I decided to go with the top. So that's going to go on top, and then Everyday Happenings is going to go on the bottom. I'm going to adhere a few more word strips to finish up this page, and a puffy sticker, and then call it done. All right, so it is done. I love this page. I really love this style of documenting my family's year so far. It really comes together pretty quick after I have everything done digitally, just adding the cards and adding some embellishments, and it just comes together really easy. So I'm loving this. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.